night with a late April night that ends at Madison Square Garden with a
Control the turnovers, something that's kind of been an issue.
And Justin Van Dyne, we're underway. The Knicks in the black uniforms, Atlanta in the white. Towns off the huge triple-double in Game 4. Brunson hasn't been shooting very hot since the first quarter of Game 1. This is there. McCollum chasing it down for Atlanta. League mix on this Atlanta team. Jonathan Kuminga came over to trade at the deadline. Really the sixth man, big part of what they have done when playing well. Dyson Daniels, that is a huge shot for him, Reg. His confidence was sagging in the last game.
Almost came up with the steal right here. And now look at the pressure he's applying here to Cat.
He'll keep using the length that this Atlanta team has on the perimeter to try to not give clean looks to Brunson. Late clock here as Brunson curls inside. For two. Brunson got in front of Johnson. Daniels right to the basket, picks towards the corner. Doesn't cleanly get to McCollum, but he gets it and leaves it for Daniels, who has the first 2 field goals.
Snyder was talking to us about with Daniels. Dribble handoff. He's got to be able to attack Brunson because Brunson is going to be primarily on Daniels because he is a non-threat to shoot the basketball from deep.
Anunoby on the cut. Towns with a bad pass. CJ 32 in the Game 2 win. Game 2 and 3 hit those last-minute field goals that were the difference. O'Connell working inside. Off balance as he took it. Knicks back the other way with Brunson. Transition defense for Atlanta. Josh Hart was sensational on the defensive end for the Knicks in Game 4. There's space for Anunoby. Sometimes it doesn't matter. He can make it on his own.
Around him, and you see OG trying to take Okongwu in Game 4 whatsoever. Now it's the Knicks' time to respond.
Short shot clock. Brunson runs it over the rim for 2.
So good. You know, when he can get into that, he is just too gifted a scorer.
McCollum will pass for Okongwu. One more for Jalen Johnson. It's the 3. Not been where the Hawks have had as much success as they did in the regular season. You can see Brunson feeling it a little bit early on. A couple of field goals, some attention. Bridges chased out of the corner. Hits a 2.
And that's a welcome sight. Again, I know he ain't 4, but not a lot of minutes for Bridges.
You could hear the Garden fans react. McCollum fouled and won as Hart had a hip on him. Been a part of plenty of playoff series. 11th time in the postseason. Missed that one. His addition, the guy for Atlanta, got moved. Really helped start to turn things around for this team. Double on Karl Anthony Towns, so it's pitched around. Hart will take and make a 3. Shot it at a career this year. Knicks have hit their last 4. Daniels responds inside 3rd field goal already.
Daniels went right at Brunson. And Daniels in this series.
Well, Reggie's equaled or surpassed his point total from Game 1 or 2 or 4 already in the first 3:45 of this one. OG Anunoby. 2 good games in Atlanta. Going to come to the line to shoot 3. O'Connell says no. The international symbol for challenge that. And maybe if it's too close to tell there, hard to make that decision.
It's just early in the game.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you that because early on, I'm watching guys challenge 4 or 5 by being right. Doesn't make much sense, but another story for another time.
And because of his size, he's been a mismatch. That's why you keep him off the board.
Anunoby, 3.5 more rebounds per game in this series compared to the regular season. Nickeil Alexander-Walker the pass. Okongwu from the outside, missed the 3. And the Knicks, G on the board.
Daniels had a wide open layup and dished it out.
Brunson with McCollum.
This is the mismatch he wants. He wants to go at CJ.
Hart out of the corner. Johnson waiting late in the shot clock. Over Johnson. Tough shot. Good defense. Break the other way. That's tripped up. No foul call and out of bounds off of Johnson. And the Atlanta bench can't believe it. Anunoby for 3.
Way fast if you're Atlanta.
as they do. Johnson went inside for O'Connor.
8 assists during the year. So in playoff basketball, you've got to be aggressive.
No shots yet for Towns. Contact up here, going to go the other way on Bridges. As Alexander Walker was fighting through, it'll be McHale's first. We had our first timeout. Good shooting. We've seen the Knicks use 9 players thus far, just under 10 minutes per game in this series. You want to dive deeper into the NBA playoff topics, you can ask AI Mobile in Google search. Off the miss by the Hawks, the rebound for the Knicks and Anunoby.
Make that 3 for 17 in this series for Kuminga from 3. Really struggling to shoot that 3 ball.
He and Gabe Vincent, the first subs off the bench. Starting 5 remains for the Knicks. Brunson going ISO over Alexander Walker.
And great defense there by Alexander Walker. Staying down.
Dyson Daniels is on the bench as 3 of the Hawks' 4 field goals. Johnson off the window and count it with a foul for Jalen Johnson, who averaged a career-high 22.5 this season.
That's the very continuing to attack that paint area.
Spoke to Zora before the game, and Zora's got more right now.
Well, guys, this is exactly how Atlanta wanted to.
And feeling it, too, sitting here courtside. It's a different Hawks team. Just body language and confidence than we saw at the start of Game 4. Towns over Kuminga for a 3.
Too much space there by Kuminga. I know he wants to get in and try to help.
Gabe Vincent hit a couple of threes in Atlanta early, off the mark. Offensive board, a retee, a Johnson 3. He's got 6. Hart right back the other way for the Knicks. Gets his second field goal.
This is the way Atlanta should be playing.
Alexander Walker, quick jack, no play. Alexander Walker chasing him, too late.
How about the Knicks here in transition? Atlanta playing fast. It's been the Knicks on back-to-back possessions.
Jonathan Kuminga struggled in Game 4, knocks down that shot. Former Golden State Warrior, rated here, 5th year in the league.
Here's that flex action that we saw in Atlanta.
Towns taking it in his own hands, and 1.
How about Cat's reaction afterward? Having words with Jonathan Kuminga.
Other than a few minutes in Game 1.
And we asked him about that before Game 4. Could we see that? And he looked at the numbers and missed free throw there.
Nice job by Kuminga got the ball. 2 Knicks knocked down along the way, and the fans wanted the first call, but they get the second, and it will be the second on Kuminga. They can't let 2 of them go. Hart using the Robinson screen to get inside on Johnson and leans into Jalen, who picks up his first personal foul.
Knicks doing an outstanding job here.
You take a note. Ooh, Josh Hart went down.
Yeah.
What body part? But that's just the way he plays. Like, Josh Hart is so wired for postseason.
Boy, it felt like there was 3 Josh Harts leading the Knicks in scoring. The 7.
7 in each of the first 3 quarters. And the comfortable victory in Atlanta. The double on Johnson. Vincent. Oh, Kuminga! Ooh, wow.
Was from Vincent.
Whoa, I think he knew. My guy's got 2 fouls. He's staying in the game. Go get it. Brunson deep 3. Down late. Injured his